So let's hope that everyone has got through, as now starting to lose positions is the Audi, because the Conrad Lamborghini, which has been started by Maximilian Paul, is up to 4th position. So Chris Haase, maybe with that mistake on the rolling lap ringing in his ears, dropping to 5th, make that 6th, because very late on the brakes is Kevin Estre in the Grello Porsche. He's up to 5th. Can it be one better as it's nose to tail ahead of him between Mercedes and
You can't pit for wets until someone else or everyone does. Or there's a full course yellow. Nick Jones losing the Porsche down the Craner curves, has got it facing the right way and will be able to rejoin, hopefully just before the GT4 field comes through. But that's your illustration. Craner curves is easy flat in the dry. It is not dry. Last laps were well over a second off the pace. So this is getting more and more of a concern and issue as their contact under braking there between Neary.
Age, here comes Harper off Luffield. It's going to be nip and tuck this, and it could be decisive for the race. Dan Harper pushing
Car
on.
12 has a drive-through penalty for a pit stop infringement. Car 12 drive-through penalty.
That's the Team Parker Mercedes in GT4. We'll cover that in a moment. Here comes Harper. I think he might get past Dewis. Yes, he has. That was Dewis's roof I saw still in the pit lane exit. Harper goes through fractionally ahead of Dewis by a second or so. The
leading group of 8 cars that were the 8 cars on the lead lap, and then everybody else who was trying to catch it. So Bastian Boost was 1 minute and 12 behind the race lead when everything sort of settled down, and he's now 61 seconds back.
Is this pit stop going to go over 85 seconds, or 80 seconds I should say, to get them back out there? That was messy, messy, messy. There's a bit of breathing room here. They're very close to the pit exit, so let's go and have a look at what this time is.
Boccolacci, yeah, your fate. Ben Green trying to go around the outside of Jaden Ajeda, who runs him a little bit wide and runs him a little bit deep. And actually the rest of the Porsches struggling for confidence. So where is Pile? He's dropped back a little bit. There's Nico Menzel crawling all over the back of Ben Green and should get the inside line here as Ben Green gets a little bit of an error through turn number 6 and does get that one done. Sims has moved up. There is...
because Matthias Niesmore loses out to Freddie Tomlinson, so the McLaren really quick going onto the Mistral. That's the car with the damage. Look, you can see on the right front the little bit of bodywork sticking out to the side. There it is, and back to attack comes the BMW. Matthias Niesmore on the outside up to Senior. He goes through, and also there Ariel Levy in the Audi goes round the outside as well. So is that bodywork acting as an air brake, or is the McLaren just not good in a straight line? It's good at the... Together. This, first of all, is number 270. A separate incident then for Jessica Hawkins, because the Audi gets sideways and glances off the side. That's how Jessica Hawkins came to grief, rattling over the curb and the gravel. But then there's the separate incident between the Ferrari and the Mercedes. And to have those two cars connect where they are and face the wrong way at that part of the circuit is...
for this afternoon's race, but it looks as though certainly he's going to tumble down to the back of the field. Can he get that moving? It is running, isn't it? Because there's a bit of smoke coming off the back of it. Can he get it running, or will we need to scramble the safety car to help that car out of the barrier? Andy Dung will not want the safety car because he's built a nice advantage. We are going to have to go.
Concern to Bastien Boost, who is serenely trying to build a gap, isn't he? And he's doing this the right way, flat out, but he's under no real pressure now. He's certainly broken away from Chris Lallam.
Manoeuvring and positions gain later in the race, so when the Porsche's running wide again there.
That's Boccolacci again, isn't it?
Again,
and he clatters into the side of Alex Arca. Now, has Boccolacci got a problem? Because that certainly was a mistake, and he's struggling a little bit up at Druids. Out of the corner, that line speed Porsche does look to be struggling.
Yep, interesting, because Fella seemed to, we got another car off, so potential for a safety car here.
Yeah, that was Alex Arca.
99 car.
Yeah, Alex Arca's just taken it over from Dylan Pereira. That looks like it's off at Sterling's. So Lallam leads.
Not up to tower. Now then, that's where he's being caught out.
It's not cold tyres.
Yeah,
just
cold tyres.
There was a Porsche came in.
It's not the edge of his tyre off on the grass as well.
No. And that is the most catastrophic result of just catching a slightly slower running Porsche Cayman as he came out. So it wasn't anything to do with cold tyres. He came out onto the Hatzenbach. The Porsche stayed central. He went to the right-hand side of it and then just ran out of road.
Move done. Is that going to attract some interest from race control? Is that bonnet going to fly up? The Mercedes runs what I'd call a standard road car bonnet configuration, where it lifts up from the front. So if the air gets under and those latches fail, the little black dots on the corner of the latches down to the chassis, that could fly up, and that would be race over because the windstream would be destroyed.
So we are good to go once more then as the cars accelerate out of Goddard's. The green flags will fly at the timing line. We're back racing. 24 McLaren, by the way, is a lap down, so only now can Kevin Say get on his toes to try to get past him on the run down towards Redgate. Dawson has the advantage still. Second, it is Alex Martin. Kevin Say is third. Morgan Tilbrook fourth. Then you've got Simon Orange up into fifth place, and for GT4 we're about to have a change, are we, for the class lead?
Big start by Lucas Stoltz, and it was looking like he might have the lead as well. So we talked about how they were going to play themselves in and they were going to take it easy, and yet again it took all of about 150 metres before they threw that out the window. And that just tells you how important track position is in this race. We have 11 hours and 50 odd minutes left.
Slide though, and contact between the two of them, and the bonnet's up on Jaden Najeda. Can he see at all? I don't think he can. He's going to have to park it. And just the tiniest of touches has dislodged the bonnet on that car. And Jaden Najeda is going to have to be very, very careful here, because he's not really going to be able to see very much. He'll be looking for a marshal to help him out. Smoke billowing from the engine.
This lap is the answer to the dive going into turn 5. This is 6. Ferrari just trying to escape. The drone doing a very good job of keeping up with them, and in fact almost having a go at the BMWs. You ride atop Kelvin van der Linde, who now, look, is right up behind Boost. The Ferrari's got away, and it's van der Linde on the attack this time as they head up Mistral straight, nose to tail. Bastian Boost versus Kelvin van der Linde, the BMW right under the rear wing of the 911. Boost hanging on to position. Where it's down in 25th place is not what we anticipated, not what WRT anticipated. The best BMW comes out of the Rover Racing stable at the moment. It's the Augusto Farfus car in the white and yellow Rover Motor Oil colours. Eddie Cheever, the American driver, son of Eddie Cheever, ex-Grand Prix driver, comes up towards the timing line and will go over the line now then in the Ferrari that he shares with Marco Pulcini and Chris Froggatt. Down towards turn 1.
And then we go back out around the lake. This is the fastest sweeping turn 8 onto Tong Hui Main Road. And then the big stop chicane at turn 9, 10, 11. As I said, that is a no overtaking area. It's going to be interesting on turn 1 when everyone's bunched up. There's a white line that dictates where you are not allowed to overtake from. So you might see...
So, Bastian Boost in the lead and certainly building that gap over Lallam, and that's a spin from Magnus Gustafsson in 914 Porsche. That was the car that triggered, with a different driver, the dramas on the opening lap of race 1. Gustafsson then rotates himself to the back of the pack and he rejoins now. Lallam second, Engel third, then fourth Kirchhofer. Hesse is fifth, sixth Kelvin van der Linde, and Bastian Boost now is starting to get away even more, isn't he, as the cars get into a rhythm. Battle on, he's going to get out just ahead, and he leads into paddock. So Lallam leads third to first on the pit stops, and first to third is the Lion Speed Porsche. It's all unravelled for the Porsche crew. So Lallam leads, second is Neubauer, third is Boost, and fourth, look, it's Dorian Boccolacci, who makes a big dive up the inside, and Boost gives him the room. There was barely any fight there. Boost tries to...
to 60 kilometres per hour, and you don't just suddenly arrive at a 60 kilometre per hour speed limit. Don't suddenly arrive at a 60 kilometre per hour speed limit. It's progressive. And what that allows you to do is to continue the race elsewhere. And Max Verstappen is right on the boot lid now of Jens Klingmann and the touring BMW. So Max has cleared that section. It may well have even happened behind it.
Slippery conditions. What about GT4? It's still Sentry ahead, and the BMW looking a bit more sure-footed, perhaps, than the McLaren. Oh, and here comes Petrovelli to the inside of the old hairpin. There is contact, and around goes Dawson. No, the championship leader is off the road. So is Petrovelli, and Tilbrook got past the lot of them. Charles Dawson's championship-leading car is off the road. It carries on, and they almost make secondary contact, but that was exactly what we feared. in these conditions.
Away, being hustled along by Sven Muller. They both get up the inside line. Sandy Mitchell on the outside, fending off Marvin Kirchhofer as they go around Old Hall for the first time. It is a greasy circuit. The GT3 pack safely through. It is Gertz leading. Here comes Mitchell back up the inside of Muller for second place, and he's done it. Really nice move in the Lamborghini.
Oh, Muller had such a good start, but because it's wet, Sandy had the wet line, which just gave him P2. So, and big contact with these cars in front.
And they're already battling for track position. Also low tyre pressures, so as the tyres continue to build early in this stint. And what is that?
That's the Mustang.
That's the Mustang. No.
That's the Mustang. Park drivers left on the run down towards the chase. So that's the entry to the kink. The incredible supporters at